Good morning, my friends, wherever you are on this big planet. And today I have another very interesting video for you. The title is pretty interesting, like always. SOS to the World Deadly Window, January 18th. And then I added in it that a troubled woman was seen stripping naked at Miami Airport. It's kind of an interesting video that you may want to watch. That will, of course, tell you how the reptilians, which are already in your head, are actually hijacking the body, the mind, and the soul of so many people, which are using legal or illegal drugs. Again, something that 99.9% of the general population is not aware of. Extraterrestrials, you don't have to look for them. They're already in you. Remember? Reptilian's mind, Draconis mind. Positive, negative, black and white, male, female, God, devil, yin and yang, day, night. It's all about opposites. Simple, obvious to those who have cosmic consciousness or those who are perceptive, because do not expect your scientific community, your psychologist, your educated doctors to accept, realize, acknowledge, or assimilate such advanced cosmic information. This being said, my friends, I got a bunch of very interesting radio show coming up, and I have two really big ones that are going to be going a long way. So you've seen the little flashing on air. Check my upcoming radio shows so that you do not miss all the future information that I'm going to be broadcasting with some of those wonderful guys who have invited me on their show. Okay, just a little memo. I was on George Norrie Coast to Coast, okay, a few weeks ago, and I gave my good friend George, 3 dates. January 10, January 18, and January 25th. And we are now coming to the second date, January 18th. And that's why I'm warning you, because this is what you call a SOS to the world, deadly plutonic window. These are the red carpet of the reptilians who reside on this planet on the verge of our solar system. Those entities who live in dark matter that are affecting you psychically. It's all psychical. Again, this does not mean that for some very specific purpose, those extraterrestrials will not interfere with you physically, because it happened to me 5 times. So it does happen. All right, so in reference to that very special date, January 18, like always, for those who are following me, I'm using Nostradamus 16th century divine astrology methodology, which has nothing to do with modern astrology, which start and finish on your horoscope newspaper, which has no value. All those type of astrology that you'll see on Facebook, on those well distributed, well-designed websites, which are also designed to sell you soap or toothpaste. True wisdom is not there, believe me. All right, so now realize that this window was posted January 3rd, okay, for my VIPs on the private Cosmic Code website. So those guys are ahead of all of you. That's why you should sign and become a Cosmic Coder, a VIP, and enjoy our few forecasts, our daily guidance and forecast, to be precise. So the quadrant that is going to represent the type of news which already are in place, okay? I'm going to read it to you. Hidden secrets, sex, money comes to light. Raw power challenges police, deadly villains. Ugly face of truth, death, drama, horror, surface, nature, man's religion, bloody folly reigns. So the keywords are always when there is a plutonic window directly involving Russia or Putin. Did you read the news today? Why Putin is shaking up Russia? He knows his number is up, but he still want to control afterwards. Okay, so keywords is Russia, and now goes President Putin, because he's shaking his country. Oh, you know what? He called me. Say, hey, Louis, you know what? I'm going to make international news. You know, my God, my friends, there is so much you have to learn, and there is so much I want to give you. And that's why it's important to share my work. So, Russia, Putin, obviously top of the news. What else do we have? White House broke laws with aid freeze. That is secret to light. Our president is not having a good time. And remember, a few years ago, I gave you the month of December. And it's in December that this impeachment took place. So somebody must have been right. Yes? Now, that's the difference between Dr. Turi, a real modern prophet, and those so-called wannabe prophets. I put the green where the mouth is, and I give you dates. And the printing, publish process, YouTube videos, make my visions and my UFO productive legacy totally unarguable, you like it or not. Okay, what about another wake-up call? More evidence that the Ukraine aid freeze is released. Again, you're talking about Nancy Pelosi. She's giving a wake-up call to a lot of people, particularly this administration and Trump. Now, remember, I could not care less if you like or dislike our president. My work is not politically oriented. It's all about spirituality. It's all about prediction. It's all about vision. And if you can get there, so you have no business watching me and making me responsible for everything that's happening to President Trump. It's all written in light, my friend. You just have to learn to speak God's cosmic languages. What else do we have? Jeffrey Epstein autopsy shows disturbing evidence pointing out to his murder. That's so funny. You know why? Because back in August 11, I wrote a newsletter titled Epstein Suicide and IRA Warm-Up Gun and Explosion Predictions. Okay. And in that newsletter, the link is live. Click in it. Okay. August 11th. So I was ahead of time. Okay. Telling you that he was killed. I wrote, do you have any idea, reader, how many powerful people could have been implicated with this infected soul? You have no idea how many of these rich bastards out there have raped those kids with this guy leading the dance of sex. Thus, as mentioned in this YouTube video, I can't find it, but I put a link in it. Epstein did not commit suicide. He was killed. Mostly because no one can escape the rules for child molesters in prison. They must die. Usually a crazy infected inmate, will do the job, but in this case, the killing was ordered by a very powerful, rich, infected mob, somebody who had a name. Yeah, you know what? Grab them by the pussy. It's a long story, my friend. It's so important for you to use critical thinking. Okay, and let your emotions or what you have ever accepted as reality to conduct your reality, So this is what I do. I'm here to challenge you outside of the box, and it's free. So thanks, Dr. Turi. What else do we have involving sex? Man arrested after purposely confessing to girlfriend's murder on live TV. I mean, if that is not secret to light, I don't know what is secret to light. And it definitely involved deadly dramatic news. WWE boss Triple H apologized for terrible sex jokes about wrestling star Paige. The word sex is mentioned. Remember, my friend, during this Plutonic window, whatever you say, wherever you go, whomever you meet, be very careful, because this is the golden days for the reptilians. So you may get your own wake-up call and learn the hard way if you do not pay attention, because the reptilians are currently extremely active and very, very strong. And in the eternal battle between emotion and logic, my philosophy, emotion will always win and you will always lose. And this is why Wendy Williams did apologize for Joaquin Phoenix's cleft lip comment. Yeah, she's rich, she's famous, but she's an idiot. And well, she's not actually cosmic conscious. You are so much more lucky than all these rich and famous people out there who have absolutely no clue what's going on. They're on TV, their ego takes over, their ego is bigger than their head, and they just run. They run their mouth. Next thing you know, they're forced to apologize because they're saying something that is upsetting a lot of people because they are morons. Rich, famous, idiots all over the place. All right. What else do we have? Girl was rescued hours after an Amber Alert video earlier captured a suspicious car driving behind her. Pay attention, mothers and fathers out there. Your kids are vulnerable now. Those infected bastards, those reptilious infected lost souls are out there. And they like children. So be very cautious with your kids. Careful what you say, where you go, the people you meet. It is not a time to trust anybody. Be cautious. The reptilians are extraordinarily active. Missing mothers talked about her husband attempt to hit her with his vehicle. 90 says in a new warrant. Oh my gosh. Again, a jealous, crazy, infected husband drank too much, smoked too much pot, do too much whatever, ran after his wife with his car trying to kill her. But she escaped, of course, because she is one of her positive cosmic biorhythm for 2020. Yeah. So be aware, emotion run extraordinarily high. So I'm giving you already some information to what's going on. And then the main power is coming in a day or so. Okay. So do not become part of the statistics, end up in jail, and be careful if you talk to a cop. Because cops are going to kill people and cops are going to be killed. Watch the news. Ugly face of truth, death, drama, or surface. No one knew why the kids in two Amish families were dying suddenly. Common sense, my friend, common sense. Remember, Amish, like the Mormons, Witness of Jehovah, or any religious groups are set and created by the reptilians to control. So those people have screwed each other because they are too good to mingle with society. Look, of course, science is not going to put it this way. They're going to use nice words, the genes and this and that is coming from too many people of the same. Those people are not allowed to talk to you. They're completely and entirely indoctrinated. They're like Christians, like Muslims, God knows what. So, let's screw each other. But there is also infected people in these groups, okay? And they have natural needs. Well, there's a lot of kids over there. Nobody sees it. They're not going to complain. Or if they do, I'm going to strangle them. Because the reptilians in those groups. So they've been screwing each other, and now the kids are infected. Well, maybe this type of lifetime doesn't make people to be very happy, constantly fearful, constantly insecure, in control. So many of them have to use legal or illegal drugs in order to survive, not to kill themselves. But, they're imploding, they're dying. They're dying because they screw each other. It happens all the time in these type of groups and cults. Giuliani associates implicates Trump in Ukraine schemes in bombshell interview. Again, you're talking about wake-up call, secret to light. I mean, the quatrain and the keyword used are pretty obvious, my friends. 4 children were locked in cage, Alabama police says. 3 people have been arrested. Look at those bastards. Why would you have to be really, really sick in the head to put kids in the cage? Guess what? There is a lot of sickos out there. And then those people, luckily by the Draconis order, they misbehavior, their abuses are coming to light, and those kids are being saved and moved in a family that have a good heart and a good head. What a world are we living, my friend. A man under a federal investigation in Connecticut killed his wife and 3 children in Florida. Look at the world you live in. He killed his wife, he killed his kids. Oh, it happened all the time. No, my friend, only happened during those windows where emotion runs supremely high, when critical thinking's gone through the window. Next thing you know, Any lunatic is now prone to make you lose your job. Any stupid idiot, emotional crétin it could hurt you right now because their head is infected by the reptilians. They don't have any logic anymore. Be careful what you do, what you say, where you go, and be prepared because you may just lose your job or you may hear a secret about something. And keep it for yourself. Don't talk. Don't talk. Sometimes when you talk too much, you give information to people that can use that against you. All right, what else do we have? Hall of Famer Rocky Johnson, the Rock father, died at 75. Well, famous death. He's 75 and he's been around. Okay, I'm 70. I'll be pretty sorry if I die in 5 years from now. I hope to make it all the way to 120, and then maybe see my predictions coming out of the ground in the Roswell City Hall. You know, there's a time capsule there with my predictions. I should be maybe 94 years old when they take that time capsule out of the ground in Roswell. So I'm already made the news when I be dead. I don't know what's going to be left of me when I be 94. But hey, this guy died. He was 75. He still had a long life, but not long enough. I don't think so. All right. Now, sad enough, there is a lot of bad news, okay? A lot of heart problem, a lot of health problem, and kind of a suicide coming for the rich and famous, and many, many powerful people, head of the governments will not survive. So we're talking about Putin, we're talking about Kim Jong-un, we're talking about President Trump, we're talking about the reptilians aiming for those rich and famous people, especially those who were born in December, those born in June, or those who have the moon, the rising, the natal or hidden dragon, either in Sagittarius or Gemini. So if I were you, I'd get my 2020 Nostradamus Dragon forecast. Is personal and it's universal. And then I give you tips on what to do and not to do. All right. Most importantly, the entire church community is going to be completely upside down. Okay, so there's a lot of interesting, dramatic news ahead of you, and I'm warning you and I'm preparing you. Good news, Charlotte is safe. Girl 11 found after abduction getting off a school bus. The suspect was caught. 11 years old. There goes this sucker here, infected bastard, and trying to get that little girl out of the school bus. Be careful. It's now that can happen. She did not die because she was under one of a 2020 positive cosmic biorhythm. This is my latest discovery, but if you're not curious enough and you don't want to spend the money to be educated, to get cosmic consciousness, well, you're going to be part of the statistic. There is no room for ignorance. This is how it is in this world. Now, there is a very, very important part in the newsletter. Click on it and read the do's and don'ts during those windows. There's a long list that I took the time to write of what you can do and what you cannot do during those nasty windows, which are manipulated and used by the reptilians. Now, because those windows are terrible, doesn't mean you go home, you cry and you sleep, you don't do nothing and you're afraid to go shopping. No, life goes on, my friend, but you're warned. You see, you have a red light in the street, okay? Be my guest, ignore it. There is a stop sign in this. Be my guest, ignore it. Now, because nobody taught you those laws, you don't see them. You don't see them, so they don't exist. It doesn't work that way. Because you do not see the other side of my hand, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So this is what I'm doing here, teaching you the cosmic code secret, making you aware of how those laws, if there are infringements, bring definitely heavy penalty that you can avoid if you're smart or if you're cosmic conscious, like me and my student. All right, my friend, what else do we have coming up? Oh, I have that aliens UFO conference coming up. Alien Snowfest. It's at the Big Lake Bear Lake. It's a very, very nice area. I've been there. I've been through there a couple of times. It's absolutely gorgeous place. And then the information I have for you. kind of very special. So click on the link and see what I'm going to do all there. I'm going to prove to you that Draco is real. Okay, I'm going to show you a real UFO picture that I took in a desert. I'm going to show you some pictures that were given to me by a wife of a doctor that was directly involved with the Roswell incident. He was a doctor. So, and he passed. So I got those incredible pictures. Nobody has those. And of course, I will be talking about imagination, deception in the ufology field. You know, it's like everywhere. You know, there is good and bad. There is real and there is no real. There's only a very thin air between divine cosmic information and divine UFOs information. Okay, and total imagination, total deception. That's how it works. Now, it's like, you know, some people telling you the Queen of England and famous people turn into lizards. So if you believe this, you got absolutely no business to talk to me, because I got a problem with stupidity, my friend. Okay, I can't handle that. Okay, fact, reality, check. Wake up call. That's what I give in my UFO conference. Now, this does not mean only me and my information are good and all the other UFO speakers are idiots and their work is bullshit. Never said that. I will never say that, because those guys have been working for years to do what they do best and giving you the best. I just have something different to offer you, and then challenges you to see if you can upgrade to a different level of perception as far as UFO is concerned. Okay, and believe me, after 5 very close encounter of the 5th kind, I think I have something, and I have the talent and the experience to talk about UFOs, regardless of how many UFO conferences promoters don't think I have what it takes. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, when you talk about my good friends, some of my good friends who have had UFOs experience, one, very dramatic, one, I've got 5. So each one of those experiences is very dramatic and brought me something in the long run, which at the end led me to become Dr. Terry, and my UFO productive legacy is unarguable if you pay attention to my prediction. All right, so we're coming at the end of this little video. Not sure when I'm gonna do the next one, but you've been warned, okay? You've been warned. Make notes, make notes. I give those notes on George Norrie when I was on his show in October, okay? Or whenever I was there, can't remember. But what I'm trying to tell you is just pay attention to my work, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you, and I'm here to help you to understand God's cosmic design and Jesus' initial cosmic ministry. Until then, my friend, make it a beautiful day and be safe during those plutonic windows. Talk to you again. Bye-bye.